These are the Marvel Legends series from the movie Deadpool and Wolverine by Marvel Studios. We have Deadpool and Wolverine. I picked up both figures from Amazon, and lo and behold, the box and packaging of both figures came out pretty okay. Wolverine has some, bit of damage, very slight dent here and there. It's submerged here in front, but other than that, boxes are in pristine condition. The Wolverine had the brunt of the damage because he was placed on top, and they were just packed without anything, no wrapping, no bubble wrap, no brown paper or anything. They were just packed in a box together, and this guy probably took most of the kinetic energy. But anyway, both figures look amazing in packaging. Fantastic box art. Let's get both of these bad boys out of packaging. And here are Wade and Logan from the movie Deadpool and Wolverine out of the box, and they are busting through that bus window. And boy, these figures look gorgeous. I really love them in packaging, and now seeing them out of the box, they are just absolutely terrific. They are not perfect figures. I do have a couple nitpicks here and there, but suffice to say, they are pretty darn good Marvel Legends releases from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I am just so stoked to have these two figures. They are a lot of fun to pose with. Great detail. Let's take a closer look at the details of these new Deadpool and Wolverine. Head to toe, Deadpool stands at about 16.25 centimeters tall, or about 6 3/8 inches tall, while Logan stands at about 16.5 centimeters tall, or about 6.5 inches tall. And for comparisons, here they are with a couple of Marvel Legends figures. We've got the retro carded Model 20 Iron Man right here, very tall, rightly so, because Tony in armor should be much taller. And then we have the comic book accurate Astonishing X-Men, 85 years, Marvel Legends, the Astonishing X-Men Wolverine. And this figure, I was shocked to be just about a centimeter taller, or about 3/4 of a centimeter taller than this figure. I was expecting this one to be much taller than the comic accurate Wolverine. Now, incidentally, I do prefer this 85th anniversary Marvel celebrating 85 years Wolverine more than this Wolverine. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people just really didn't like this figure that much, but I do love this Wolverine figure, so we'll take that out. This is my favorite Iron Man figure to this date, and this Wolverine does come with an extra pair of hands, which I did not take out of the clamshell because I thought they were pretty much useless. It's got a gripping hand and a closed clenched fist. Not entirely sure why they put that. They didn't put an accessory. They didn't put like a shot glass or whiskey or something like that. They didn't put a cigar or anything. I guess it's really for people who like to pose their figures, like do stop motion and display Wolverine without the claws. But for me, as with I can surmise, like a lot of collectors, they want to have the claws popped out. All right. Now Wade does come with a ton of accessories, but somehow not enough. He comes with his katanas, which he can hold with the hands he's given or packed with. Those are gripping hands. The katanas do store right here on the scabbards. A little bit tight, but they do fit there. It's standard. These are standard Deadpool katanas, I think. Not anything new that we've seen. Maybe they remolded to make it a little bit more firmer or more solid, but not something new. The guns do appear new. I haven't reviewed the Legacy Deadpool, but I think they're akin to that. Although I think they're kind of a different mold. They look like a different mold based on the pictures I've seen. But somebody let me know if it's the same pistols. They do. I just put them in the hand so it's easier. But they do have included these gripping. Sorry about that. They have the gripping pistol hands, which you can replace for the samurai holding hands, and each of these pistols will fit nicely in the holster. I do kind of wish they could have added an extra set of guns, the gold-plated pistoleros. That's what I'm missing from this figure. I mean, come on. And I'm pretty sure a lot of customizers are going to buy 2 of these figures and repaint and custom paint these pistols. But it's a shame. Missed opportunity. I think they could have at least included that. And this guy does not have an alternate head. The head sculpt looks absolutely phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. I'm loving this head sculpt. Every inch of the figure has amazing detail, but I wish they could have given him the unmasked Wade Wilson head sculpt. Was that too much to ask, Hasbro? He does have his baby knife, and he's got a sheath right here, scabbard, which he can hold on his right leg. Hold that baby knife. The backpack doesn't seem removable, but here's the annoying bit about his harness. There is a notch right there for a peg that you're supposed to peg underneath this shoulder pad, but it doesn't seem to quite stick, especially when you try and articulate the figure. That thing is just pretty much useless. I wish they didn't have to add that. Would have been nice if it was just completely smooth. I know I'm nitpicking, but you know, I'm being very critical of this figure because this was a long-awaited figure. Anyway, the straps on the holsters, I love what they've done there. They've actually sort of put grooves underneath that so that the holsters don't flop or fall down. It's the same kind of technology or sculpting they've done with the X-Men 97 Cyclops, and I love that. One thing I'm not happy with this sculpt is his rear end, the glutes. These are not Ryan Reynolds glutes. Come on, Hasbro. I mean, he kept showing his glutes when he was trying on the suit. He was being tailor fit to put on that suit. He was always slapping his rear end. This is not Deadpool's rear end. I'm sorry, Hasbro. You dropped the ball on that one. But kidding aside, the sculpt is absolutely glorious for this Deadpool. I'm really, really loving it. As far as Deadpool's articulation goes, neck is on a dumbbell double ball joint, which is really annoying. I can't get his head to look further up than that or down. That's annoying. They could have, I don't know, they could have carved out that ball socket a little bit more so you could just, I don't know. This is the best I could do, but yeah, at the base of the neck, I believe it's another ball joint, but it's pretty tight. The torso has a ratcheting ab crunch, waist swivel. He's got butterfly hinge shoulders. Shoulders go in and out, forward and backward 360, bicep swivel, pinless double hinged elbows, swivel wrists that go up and down for the pistol grips, and in and out for the katana wielding fists. His ball jointed hips, not dropped down though. Would have been nice if they were dropped down. You got the thigh swivel, which is nice. The holster just moves with the swivel. Pinless double hinged knees. No boot cut though. Bit of a shame. Ankles go up and down and have the rocker tilt. So not the most perfect articulation, especially for Deadpool. A boot cut would have been nice. Drop down ball joints would have been nice, and a better neck articulation would have been nice. So yep, this guy's not gonna get a perfect score because of too many nitpicks. I do apologize if I'm being too critical, but that's just the way I see it. On to Wolverine. I was really afraid that this thing was going to be too skinny, but I think they got Hugh Jackman's physique with this figure. Even the rear end's great, the torso, even the skinny, spindly legs. I was afraid they were going to be too skinny, but when we saw the movie, I saw the movie a couple times, it's pretty accurate. So great sculpt on this figure, not so great with this one because of that rear end. So details on this uniform, just glorious, glorious details. Probably the only thing missing from this figure are sleeveless arms, which I'm pretty sure we are going to get. This figure and this figure are both going to be re-released with battle damaged. I'm pretty sure battle damaged decos. It is in Hasbro's best interest to re-release and repurpose these figures. And when we do get those, we'll probably get the sleeveless arms. We'll probably get battle damage head sculpt, battle damage face. So, but I do love the clean look. You know me, I'm a stickler for these things, and I love my figures clean, straight out of the factory, straight out of the dry cleaning. And he looks absolutely gorgeous. Articulation for this figure. The neck is again on a barbell, dumbbell ball joint, which it sucks because you can't really make him look up. And I am shocked that they gave this masked head sculpt a nonchalant poker face, non-gritting teeth head sculpt. I mean, they should have just, this one is okay. This is the star of the show for this figure. This is a gorgeous Hugh Jackman head sculpt, nonchalant poker face head sculpt. I love it. Absolutely gorgeous. But the masked head sculpt with a cowl, I mean, come on, Hasbro. That should have had the teeth gritting and just berserker rage teeth. They could have done that, but they did not. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get another version of this figure with that head sculpt, which sucks, Hasbro. Come on, man. Ratcheting ab crunch, waist swivel. Shoulders are interesting. They've got the butterfly hinge joints that go forward and backward. But on my copy of the figure, they actually move up and down as well. Let me know if this is a defect, because I was unaware of this. It feels like the ball joint is going to pop off or pop out, but other than moving in and out, it also moves up and down. I thought that was great. Moving forward, most or all Marvel Legends figures should have that kind of butterfly hinge joints. The hinges allow the arms to go in and out, forward and backward 360, albeit these glued on shoulder pieces are really hindering that shoulder articulation. He's got a bicep swivel. He's got pinless double hinged elbows, very tight on my copy. The wrists go in and out and swivel. He's got ball hinge hips. Would have been nice if they were dropped out. You got thigh swivel. Pinless double hinge knees, a little bit loose on mine, but I actually like that. I don't really like that you have to struggle just to pop out those double hinges like what I did with these elbows. No boot cut, again, a shame, but it's okay. Ankles go up and down and have the rocker tilt. And so some final thoughts on this Deadpool and Wolverine, Logan and Wade figures. Oh my goodness, I love these figures. They're not perfect, but I believe they're one of the best outings for Hasbro in the Marvel Legends line for this year. If you love the movie, I don't know anybody who didn't love the movie, and you collect Marvel Legends figures from the MCU, you are going to absolutely go bonkers with these figures. They're absolute must-haves. If you're going to pay more than retail price for them, I think $40 each should be the price ceiling. I think they're fair. It's a fair price. I think they're worth more than $40 if you ask me. But as a price ceiling, I think $80 for the pair. I think that's a pretty good price considering the fact that everyone is after these figures. And if you're trying to hunt down a $25 figure, you're at least going to spend an extra $15 just hunting those figures down. The figures are going to get as a pair. Maybe I should grade them individually first. Deadpool, because of the lack of accessories, lack of a unmasked head sculpt, that lack of a boot cut, and the dumbbell neck joint, it's gonna get an 8.5 out of 10. And it's getting a pretty low score for my standards, mainly because of the glutes. They did not get Ryan Reynolds' glutes right, and yeah, lack of accessories. Would have been nice if he had those gold-plated pistoleros and an unmasked head sculpt. The Wolverine figure, on the other hand, is going to get a 9.5 out of 10. I thought it was amazing. My biggest complaint really are just, the paint apps. Could have been better on the masked head sculpt. The boot cut would have been nice. I struggled really posing these figures. Look at here. The boot cut would have fixed that. I could have posed him in a better dynamic pose. Yeah, but they got the sculpt right. The body of Hugh Jackman, better articulation. I thought the shoulder butterfly joints were actually an upgrade. I really like this figure, but that neck joint, the lack of a boot cut, articulation really is very important for a Wolverine figure, and I think this thing could have used better articulation. So 9.5 for Logan, 8.5 for Wade. As a pair, they're going to get a 9 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think of this Marvel Legends Deadpool and Wolverine and Deadpool figures. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.